Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Lore Games. What's up? It's Thursday. You know what we do on Thursdays. We usually discuss Hellboy Library editions,
Try to take over the world? Narf.
firearms, try to take all over the world. Yeah,
Narf.
movies, comics, all the while we build amazing things and create brand new, wondrous milestones within the adult fantasy universe. It's the Lore Games. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good evening.
It's a pleasure for you to have me.
It is a pleasure for me to have you. That's right.
You know, I was going to say something we do at every Lore Games
What's
is
that?
we introduce Flint to movies he's never seen, like Ghostbusters and Star Wars.
I've
And
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Back
Oh
up.
my god.
bro, well,
Who
thanks
has
for being
seen
serious. I'm just kidding.
Wait, Flint, you've seen Ghostbusters, right?
I've seen Ghostbusters.
Dusty,
No,
have you
no,
seen
no, no.
Ghostbusters?
The one with all the
Not
girls,
the-
right?
Not the feminist.
Oh yeah, that one. No, the original one. Come on.
Okay.
Wait. Dusty.
I have seen the original one. Yes, I
Oh,
have.
okay.
Okay.
Dusty gets off the hook all the time because we attack Flint.
It's one I actually saw. Ooh.
And before we jump in, Dusty, what is that on your weird snake pit thing back there?
Oh, this?
Yeah,
It is a package I got in the mail today.
is it?
Yes,
Oh.
I made sure to tape the addresses so that
Oh, thank you.
people
Thank
don't
you
show up
for
at our houses.
thank you for not doxing my home address. Appreciate
Yes. So I think I'm going to open this. I got this in the mail today.
you. And wait, before we're gonna need we are
Are you
going
going to highlight him?
We are going to need the panel's response because at least 50% of the people on this panel know what this is.
Okay.
I actually
But
don't
still-
know.
Because Dusty,
No.
let me give context before you pull it out.
Are you going to
Dusty
highlight
is-
him so we can see what it is?
What? Yeah, give me a second. He's not done yet.
Someone's
just
got to
gonna-
turn down their movie or something.
Someone's watching a movie.
Something. There we go.
All right. So all I'm saying before he opens it, I will focus on the thing. All I'm saying is that Dusty is kind of a comics newbie, right? Complete newbie. So I was like, well, what could I? MK, what's up, everybody? MK says Dusty got prom.
It's a complete set of bondage fairies.
It is a complete set of bondage fairies. That's what I got him. So I was like, well, what can I give him? Thinking about his personality, something from my personal collection. There you go. Let's see what you got.
Oh dear, there's an address on this. Hold on.
Oh yeah, there's a folder inside there.
Yeah, we'll just make sure that's not in deal. It is the Max.
Nice. Fantastic.
And both
And
sides.
the-
Check it out. So because he doesn't know what that is, it's the Max Volume 1 and the Max Volume 2.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
sweet.
what-
So it's the complete story.
Then you got to get him on the MTV series. That was
Well,
around.
yeah, for sure. So Andrew, what do you think of the Max?
This is Dorian
Andrew.
calling for the Police Action Fund. Are
Hold
they
on, I'm on a
available?
scam call.
Oh my God! All right.
God.
Who are you trying to reach?
Hello, is Sarah there?
Jesus.
May I ask who's calling?
Oh, this is Dorian calling for the Police Action Fund. Are they available?
Who are you calling for?
Hello, is Sarah there?
May I ask who's calling?
My name is Dorian. I'm calling on behalf of the Police Action Fund.
You are? Who are you calling for?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to stay on script, and your answer is not responsive to my questions. So do you want to continue and answer just my questions, or would you prefer to end this call and to have your number placed on our do not call list?
I would love to answer your questions. Who are you calling for?
Oh, hi. This is Dorian calling from the Police Action Fund, and I'll be quick. And as always, this call is recorded for quality assurances. On Election Day, the country watched as Americans across the nation rebucked officials in Democrat-run cities and states with their rejection of their soft-on-crime policies and their calls to defund the police. And today we have a strong coalition of men and women who are dedicated to backing the blue, but we still have more work to do, and we must look forward to the 2024.
God, he's really good without taking a breath.
This guy knows the election's already happened, right?
You are a patriot who understands the importance of electing public officials who support our heroes in blue, and we must remain vigilant because we've seen what happens when we take our guard down and
How do you know it's a recording?
take charge. And our hope is
Because I asked him the same question 5 times and he repeated it 5 times.
Would that be okay?
Who are you calling for again?
Yeah, you're actually talking. I'm sorry. I know that we get numbers of concerned citizens from various sources. I don't know exactly where your number came from.
What was your name again? I'm sorry, I missed that the first time.
On behalf of the Police Action Fund, my name is Morgan.
Who are you calling for?
Police Action Fund is a national-wide grassroots political action committee of concerned citizens who support the efforts of law enforcement and share the interest of electing public officials who share the same
So the whole
agenda.
thing is a recording?
We count on your support with a small donation.
Who are you calling for? I'm sorry, this is getting bad.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to stay on script, and your answer is not responsive to my question.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue and answer just my questions, or would you prefer to end this call and have your number placed on our do not call list?
I'd love to
Sorry,
spend
what
all my
did you-
money.
What did you say your name was again?
You know, I don't know the answer to that, so instead of me giving you the wrong information, I can give you the Police Action Fund website, and that should answer any questions you may have.
Okay, now you're just jerking around a
Yeah,
bar.
okay.
No, there's actually a person there that's doing the responses. So.
Actionfund.org, okay?
Who were you calling for again?
Oh my Lord, Andrew.
If Skynet happens, it's going to be your fault.
MK says Ken has invested in AI.
Thank you so much for your time today. This call has been paid for by the Police Action Fund Joint Fundraising Committee, and it's not authorized by any
Police joints?
committees. Look for us on the web at
They always save the good stuff.
policeactionfund.org. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day, okay?
Oh, no problem. Thanks for calling. Call anytime. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
No problem. Bye-bye.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
What time is it?
So
It's almost 9 o'clock at night.
yeah, I know. We should get started with the show. Willie D says. Willie D
Oh my
says,
gosh,
nice
are we
haul.
live?
Oh, you
Willie
butt.
D says, nice haul. And KG says, very sweet, Lucky Dusty. So
Yes.
Nice haul. I didn't even show my ass on screen. What are you talking about?
All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
get
that's
out.
for the after.
Kick
the
him
show.
out.
You know
Boot
that.
him. Boot him. This
I'm
week
so
just boot
tempted.
him.
Does anyone have any comment on the Max series? I will
Beautiful
say it's one of
I
my
love it.
one of my
Sam Keith-
favorites.
Sam Keith's best work.
Actually, one of the funniest things I saw recently, I was going through some old comics. There was an advertisement for Batman Mask, which was a crossover between Image and DC. And Sam Keith wrote it and drew it. And I guess at the time that the advertisement came out, the last issue had not been completed. And it literally is the Mask or the Max and Batman sitting around saying, do you think he's ever going to finish the last issue? And they're joking with each other about whether or not Sam Keith's ever actually going to finish it.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
That's pretty cool.
But
well, Dusty, enjoy it in good health, and let me know what you think of it.
Thank you very much. I've got some exciting reading to do.
Yeah,
They're
it's
beautiful
good.
books.
I remember that book was very pretty, but I don't remember ever reading it, to be honest with you.
It's a
Oh,
good
I read
story.
it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a good story though. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Lore Games. Let's see what we have here. Right next to me on this side, you know him, you love him. Dusty Sky, what's up, brother?
Hello.
Just getting random. It's my birthday. I end up sending other people presents, right?
Not your
Tomorrow's
birthday
my
yet.
birthday.
Not your
Tomorrow's
birthday
my
yet. Yeah. We
Almost.
haven't forgotten.
Almost. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Although
Maybe we'll
you
do
had me
something special
panic
for the adult
checking the
fantasy
date for a
community
minute.
tomorrow. Maybe we'll do something very special for the adult fantasy community tomorrow. We'll have to see. Everybody will have to check into Discord to see if we do something special for my birthday tomorrow. We'll see. No promises.
It sounds like he's throwing hints, but that's just me.
50% off on his OnlyFans.
I agree with that 100%. Go for it.
That's right. That's right. We're launching the Todd Wanish OnlyFans account. Please support us. We'll be live streaming to TikTok or something.
That's
Anyway,
what they call a pivot.
All right. Anyway, welcome, Dusty. Far beyond Dusty in the corner over there, we've got the one, the only Zachary Arabella. Zachary's written 13 books in the fantasy genre. He's also writing the adult fantasy novel. He's wonderful. He's talented. He's crazy, and he's also written the Origin comic, which is coming out very, very soon. So get ready for it. We're going to be giving you dates very, very soon. It is very soon, very soonly coming. Very soon. What's up, Zach? How you doing?
Sorry, who are you? What's your name again, sir?
How did I get here?
Why am I here?
No, but seriously. Well, I am currently in a town that basically had its entire beachfront basically ripped to shreds and then ripped to shreds again by 2 successive hurricanes. So,
Well,
life goes on.
The place you live has a reputation to keep up.
Yeah, well, sometimes you try a little bit less.
Yeah. It's been a season. It's been a season, but I'm glad you're safe, man. I'm glad you're okay.
We'll see.
We'll see, he says. Welcome, Zach. And then right below here we have Mr. Werewolves have Nads.
Nards.
How you doing, man?
Nards.
Nards.
God. You got to watch the Monster Squad. But anyway.
I know. Romel's future movie director, phenomenal storyteller. How's it going, man? How's your week been?
It was great right up until this hurricane that's passing through us. But other than that, I'm good. A lot of positive, productive things have been going on. So yeah, your boy's here.
Awesome. Yeah, we up here, like we just got some to me it's like a mild rain, but people up here can't drive. So the minute there's like a rain for more than 5 minutes, people start like driving off of cliffs and shit. So people are nuts over here when they try to drive in the rain. So it's been like bumper cars up here, man.
Yeah, it's not too different here either. So
I don't understand it, man. I feel like I don't know. I feel like something happened, dude. I don't remember. Granted, I hadn't had a car in like 20 years before I got out of the city, but like people just, I feel like when we were teenagers and 20 somethings, like people didn't know how to drive, but I feel like it's gotten way worse. Like people legitimately, or they're just like driving up the wrong road. Just crazy shit, man.
I legitimately hate roundabouts.
Yeah, I hate those. Yeah, and my area actually is addicted to those. They've turned everything into a roundabout, and I'm like, why? We're not Britain, I don't understand it. Let's put a giant circle in the middle of the fucking road. Anyway, welcome, Ramel. How you doing? Good. Glad to have you, buddy. All right, what's up? Next to Ramel, we got the one, the only Flint, co-founder of Adult Fantasy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. How's your week been?
I've had a pretty good week. Yeah.
Awesome.
I actually took yesterday off. Back to work today, feeling refreshed and happy, ready to go.
Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Yeah, it's I tell myself that I'm taking tomorrow off, but I'm totally not going to do that.
You should
I'll take a day. I'll take Sunday off. Right? You can take
It's your
Sunday
birthday,
off.
man.
That's something you can do.
You gotta do something.
Yeah. Well, welcome, buddy.
Thank you.
Next to Flint, we've got the one, the only Avery Butterworth. Avery, you may know his work from Image Comics, Heavy Metal Magazine, White Wolf Publishing. He's also the artist of the Ashcan covers and the artist of the Origin comic, which is coming up soonly, very soon. Get ready for it soonish. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Arguing with a stupid computer, but yeah,
Well, computers are dumb.
they are dumb.
Only for a few more years, and then they'll take over. But I mean,
Yeah.
Until then, you can cuss it out and it won't know.
I think it knows.
It probably knows. Yeah, it probably knows. Well, welcome, buddy. And last but certainly not least, the one, the
Only in our
only-
hearts.
in our hearts, yes, in our hearts, definitely not the least. The one, the only, the majestic, the solar, Andrew Harper. What's up, brother? Owner of Misfit Corner Comics, purveyor of independent graphic novels, including Hero, which I believe he is working on volume 3. Here are volumes 1 and 2. You can find them somewhere.
Not yet.
Oh, brother.
Very good, very good. And speaking of roundabouts, guess where the city of Jacksonville decided to put a big ass roundabout? At the intersection of Monument Road and University Boulevard, right smack in front of Jacksonville University, JU.
Oh yeah.
That is the dumbest place to put a roundabout in the world. Have you ever been through there, Romel?
Monument.
Yeah, my son literally lives 2 blocks from that, and he goes the back roads in order not to go through that roundabout because it's so damn stupid.
There's a bunch of roundabouts that they put over in that area because my stepdaughter lives over there. If you all ever been to my first apartment, like back over in that area, there's like a shitload of roundabouts.
That's exactly where they put them. Yes.
So for those of us who don't know what the hell you're talking about, why is it bad?
They're horrible.
Well, yeah, they are horrible.
Well, they never taught us how to negotiate roundabouts properly in driver school. They just put them up like, hey, good luck, everybody.
Well, right. You guys are all complaining about roundabouts. Here, we just remove the lane of traffic and turn it into a bike lane. So, at least you still got a road there. Just saying.
Yeah, Todd's got a roundabout near him to the point where we were driving through it and I started to go one way and he starts screaming at me, no, it's the next one. It's the next one.
Wait, well, the point of the roundabout is to actually know which exit to take, like not just random exits.
Hey, we got to our destination, did we not?
Eventually. Yeah, eventually.
Bottom line is you missed a really good stream last night. Me and Avery had a really good time opening up CGC Comics and opening up a box of CGC Comics, and you missed it.
Really? Yeah. We'll have to look. Maybe we'll look at that after Lore Games. We'll check that out.
It was riveting.
No.
Nope. Tomorrow. No.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow
nope.
maybe.
Tomorrow maybe. Yeah.
It wasn't riveting. It was not. I had a good time.
I will say, if you guys, and this is the last shill, and then we'll jump in. I will say that if you guys have missed Evening Alpha, last night was actually a fantastic episode. We had the co-founders of Decentralized Pictures on. Decentralized Pictures is damn, I'm having a brain fart. Dusty, help me out. Oh
yes.
My God.
Decentralized Pictures is like an independent film backer, I guess. They have a variety of contests, submit your ideas, and they provide funding to different independent film projects.
Yeah, the main takeaway though is that not only do they do that, but it is Decentralized Pictures is Francis Ford Coppola and it's the Coppola family. So it's Francis Ford Coppola, director of The Godfather and a bunch of tons of movies. So it's his company, and so it was a really interesting conversation. And it's it's an arm or a division of American Zoetrope, which is the company founded by Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas. So we had those guys on last night. And it was pretty awesome. So
Really?
I recommend checking out if you're interested in like filmmaking and storytelling, especially like how it's going to be coming into Web3. That's what I'm saying, Ramel. That's what I'm saying. Like, check it out. It's on our YouTube channel, same channel as this will be on. It's just in the feed. You can find it. Yeah, check it out. It was really good.
Yeah, actually, send that to me. Send that to me. I'm highly interested in that.
I will. I'll send it to you. Remind me after the show, and I'll send it to you.
Will do.
Awesome. All right, let's germ. Yeah. 1 second here, because I'm so prepared. Give me 1 second.
While you're looking, did anybody get a chance to check out that YouTube clip that I sent?
The YouTube clip that you sent. What did you send?
No, it's for the pre-lore games. The one with the Super Friends.
Oh yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but let's go ahead.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'm gonna try to. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna move this to a different screen because it's like I want to try to get it so it can take up more space on the screen so we can see it more. I'm trying to use. I've got multiple screens, and the one that I've been keeping it on is like very rectangular, which is great for me to see it here. But I think on camera, it makes it a little hard to read. So I'm gonna just try to push this. We'll see what this looks like. Let me boot this, stop screen, and then I'll share, and then we'll go over here, and then we'll click it, and then we'll go. That's better. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, Andrew, you want to do your super pithy recap?
Oh, let me see if I can channel my inner Flint. Take off my glasses. So the story we're developing, part 1 of a 3-part trilogy of stories, involves our main character, Nathan Ranger, name still to be decided, who is a cop. He's a good guy. He's a Boy Scout. He's actually like the perfect... Romel? Somebody mute his ass. He doesn't even realize it. Your sneezing is very loud, so you know that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
We are super focused tonight.
Totally lost my train of thought here.
that.
Okay.
Nathan Ranger.
Nathan Ranger, good cop, honest cop, decent cop, not superhero cop, but super cop in the fact that he stands for truth, justice, the American way. He is our shining knight upon the hill. And he gets approached by a organization, that we should say, to go undercover into a prison to root out the killer of his father, as well as solve some type of mystery that's going on in the prison. And out of a duty, out of loyalty, out of whatever reason, he decides, yes, I'm going to do it. So they send him to prison, and while he's there, he finds out some very major things that they didn't tell him about. Like, number 1, this prison is a super villain prison. It's a super max prison for super powered individuals. Number 2, they are completely and utterly destroying his life outside, so that if he does actually survive the experience and he does get out of there, his whole entire world is being destroyed. And the bottom line is while he's in there, he finds out a whole bunch of crap's going on. And he takes a big twist and turn. And in the end, his whole life is going to be flipped upside down.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that was great. That was great. We're gonna reorganize here. Awesome. That was a very, very good recap.
And I like the shining knight on the hill. You know,
I like that.
That
was pretty good. Yeah. And just as a reminder, MK, Willie D, KG, Anthony, everybody else who's here, feel free to jump in. Your ideas are more than welcome. We log them and we give you credit for them. and all that good stuff. And Willie D, thank you for the early birthday wishes, buddy. I appreciate that. What we've decided to do, we went through the beat sheet, and we got about it. The same thing happened with the first book that we did. I would say we got about 50 to 60% in, and then we were like, you know what, I wouldn't say we lost steam, but we said, okay, we've hit a little bit of a creative wall where now it's for us to move forward. We need to know the other characters and all of their motivations so that we can start to lock, because that third act is when everything kind of comes together, and so you need to know where all the pieces are on the chessboard and all of that. And so what we did is we started to discuss the characters, and we started with the psychiatrist. She's a Kaiser Soze type, maybe the narrator of the story. She's a watcher, potentially one of the original 4 watchers who are going to protect the world. She's like maybe a descendant of them. She's the anti. She wants the primordial to return. Her need is her cult needs to achieve something. They messed up, and so it went into the prison used as a training facility, yada yada yada. She basically wants to bring back the primordial. She's create everything that happens as part of her plan. She's the chess player, everyone else is on the board. She's creating maybe we thought that maybe her mission could actually be to create the new Cobalt Fox. And one of the things that we thought was interesting was, if she's the narrator, if she's the Kaiser Soze character where the story is being funneled through her, then down the road, that actually gives us a little bit of narrative leeway to go back and say, no, that's not how it happened at all. Like, you could revisit the story, right? Like, we're getting it through we're getting the story through a person who has a perspective and an angle and an agenda, to have the story turn out a certain way, which I think is pretty cool. We thought maybe someone in the prison has a connection to Solar Mannequin. Psychic experiments on criminals as a way to draw them out. Criminals win, they get released. Like, criminals win, if they win the fight, they get released. She goes to the prison, becomes a psychiatrist, starts tracking powered soups, good and bad. That's actually gave us the idea that her files are actually what end up becoming the adult fantasy card style, right? Like the kind of the front and the back of the card with the powers and the biography and stuff. And then to awaken the primordial, she needs 5 things. Maybe the gem, maybe a direct descendant of the original 4 brothers, like the new Cobalt Fox. Maybe Solar Mannequin is in the prison. Something about Sunfucker.
I think you just made that up. I don't remember that at all.
No, it's literally right here.
No, that came from, remember, I made a reference to Superman 4 and the villain that was in that.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
And I referred to him. We was talking about superpowers, and I couldn't remember his name, so I called him Sunfucker. So
yeah, when you said that, I just thought of like the new character Sunspot. Huh?
That became the insult name that everybody's going to call this superhero.
Yeah,
because he's really a jerk, so everybody just calls him.
Yeah. Nathan steals the gem. She loses the one thing she must have. Although for Take, that doesn't totally work because she needs to be taking something. But we can figure that out. Return and change. Bowels of the prison. Maybe a hand comes out of the dirt. It's primordial, fossilized, or petrified in the bowels of the prison. She knows that Solar Mannequin can break him free. Maybe that's something to be the effect. How do we feel about this? Do we want to add a little bit to the psychiatrist, or do we want to move on to the warden?
I think the only thing I would change at the beginning is where you said she might be one of the original 4. I don't think she's part of the original 4. She's probably a descendant of the seer.
I see. Direct descendant of the seer.
Right.
I spelled
She's an outsider.
Isn't it descendant? Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know how to spell descendant. That's okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Forgive you.
So I still think we'll have to figure this out a little bit. There's a little bit of polishing, but I think it's okay for right now. What is she? Well, let me ask you this. The one thing that kind of stuck out at me, like I get that she wants to raise the primordial. All of that makes sense. What does she? So she needs to find something. So she's gonna have to find the gem and the or something. What the hell is that?
That was the warning or some shit like that.
All right, no worries. What does she take? I guess does she take the gem? Like, is she's finding the stuff and then she's taking it? Basically, what we're setting up is she'll have to be set up in a way that she's really, really close to like she's in the process of raising the primordial and they stop her, basically. Something, you know what I mean? Like, that's basically the cycle of the villain in this thing, right?
Ooh, what if she needs one of each of the original 4 descendants? And what if all 4 of them are in the prison? And she knows Cobalt Fox is one of them, but she doesn't know who the other 3 is. And maybe that's what she's trying to decide to find. She needs a descendant from all 4 and the gem. And she's got the gem. She knows Cobalt Fox is one of them. She needs to find the other 3.
Talking about new Cobalt Fox, right?
No, the original Cobalt Fox.
Okay.
He's one. Yeah. Well, by passing his powers on to Nathan, it kind of, maybe Nathan is related to Cobalt Fox. Oh no, that wouldn't work if he was
tossing this out. It would be
dating his
interesting
daughter.
if
No.
Nathan is one of the descendants and she pulls the strings to get him in the prison. So all 4 are now in prison.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would make sense to where she's you say she's a watcher, so she's kind of pulling the strings to have, you know, different schemes to have all these people eventually transferred into one prison. So that could be part of the manipulation.
Maybe that's the trick. The reason why his dad was in the prison is because they knew he was a descendant and they were going to use him. And something happened and he dies, and she needs to find another descendant. That could be really deep. And that may not be a part of the story that's told right away, or maybe not even revealed at all, but that could be what we know is happening, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really, really, really deep. You'd have to explain the original 4 Watchers. You'd have to explain so much in order to explain that.
Well, I think that's the thing. Like, I think we have to explain that anyway, at some point in the book. You know what I mean? Like I think part of Nathan's transformation is he learns, you know that part of the story where the villain just tells all, and you know, like the plans are laid bare. Like, I think that's kind of the deal at that point.
Yeah, but does that have to happen in book 1?
Yeah, I think so. That's part of it. That's part of the cycle, the story cycle. You know, like,
do we
why
have to stay exactly in the
it's all modern storytelling for 100 years has had like the same plot points. Anything that goes off it is called a bad movie or a bad story. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
we can be creative with it. It doesn't mean we can't, like, I mean, there's a million ways to like make it so it's not just like stop everything. It doesn't have to be like Batman on the table with the electric saw coming towards his crotch and the bad guy, Joker saying, "This is my next plan." Like, it doesn't have to be that bad,
I'm sorry. Can you do that impression one more time?
Just saying, it doesn't have to be that bad.
Yeah, that took me out too.
Just saying. All right, cool. I think that's pretty good. Is there anything else we want to add before we jump into the next character? I think we're all right. All right.
Well, actually, I want to ask a question. Have we explained the significance of this gem? Have I missed that at all?
Have we explained the significance? That's a good question. Have we explained the significance of the gem? I don't think so.
Okay. I don't want to jump into something that we haven't talked about, so we can eventually come back to that. So, if we're going to talk about 5 items that she needs, the 5 items that she needs have to have some sort of relative significance that move the story forward, so to speak, or have something relative that actually connects everybody, or at least to the plot. But we can move forward.
Yeah, I think what Flint and Andrew were talking about was that the 5 things would be the gem, and then the other 4 things would be people that were descendants of the original cult that basically were the watchers overseeing the primordials' slumber.
What if Cobalt Fox is still one of those descendants? And the fact that he dies in the story means she loses one of the 4 people she needs. And what if the next person in his line is his daughter, who Nathan is going to go try to find when he escapes from prison? So maybe letting Nathan get out of prison to go find her was part of the psychiatrist's plan all along. Once Cobalt Fox died. Actually, she's in hiding. Nobody can find her. She's out there somewhere, and maybe the psychiatrist thinks the only way to bring out this person that she needs is to send Nathan, who now has Cobalt Fox's powers, on a search to find the one person that can make him into the next Cobalt Fox. And that's Cobalt Fox's daughter, who is also a target of the psychiatrist.
But Andrew, back up a little bit. That would kind of go against. Remember what we said about the power of the fox, that it was passed from person to person. So if it was passed from person to person, that would kind of eliminate the fact of him being a descendant, if it's passed from person to person. Now, if we say that it's passed from, say, father to sibling or whatever, that would clean that up. But
MK says I think Mark Hamill just flinched.
I don't think Nathan's related to Cobalt Fox. I think he's his own descendant.
No, you were saying if I'm correct me if I'm wrong. You were saying that Cobalt Fox being a descendant of one of the 4.
Yes, and Nathan is also a descendant of one of the 4.
Okay, so the power that Cobalt has, how did he come about it? Because remember, we were saying that his power was passed to him by previous holders.
Yeah, but that doesn't dictate whether or not he's one of the original 4.
Okay.
Because none of them were superpowered. That's something that just got picked up along the way. This is thousands and thousands of years later.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we could actually build on the fact that descendants of the original 4 play a very big role in a future story in bringing forth a primordial.
Yeah. Zach, what do you think?
I have no opinion.
Fair enough. Avery, anything else?
Nope.
MK says, since he can transfer power, would we assume his daughter can too? That's a good
one
question.
Of the things I brought up last time is maybe the daughter was expecting to get the power, and it didn't happen because he gave it to Nathan instead.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's one of the reasons why Nathan's able to find her in the next book, is because not only is he looking for her, she's looking for him.
So the power acts, to MK says, the power acts as a compass of sorts to find her.
I don't know if it would find her, but she has the resources to find him. You know, she's the inheritor of Cobalt Fox's vast fortune and criminal empire.
We're gonna have to add this to Cobalt's bio, but that's okay. Well, and we don't know if it's Cobalt's vast fortune because it's a different Cobalt Fox. But we'll say Cobalt's resources. To the original Cobalt. Okay.
Well, wasn't he supposed to be like a super thief?
The new one.
The new one, but he doesn't just pick that up and learn it. You know,
but I think
it's not something new.
Well, no, I would
character.
actually say if it's more like the way I would see it. I mean, each Cobalt Fox is different, right? So you could have, even though the lore of the character could be like it's just like this quote unquote immortal character, almost like Batman. You know, like different people have taken up the Bat cowl, but it's still Batman. But I think like it's a little more like Doctor Who, where each Doctor Who has their own personality and their own likes and dislikes, and some of them are completely opposed in personality, right? So like our Cobalt Fox could go from cop to high-end thief, where the original Cobalt Fox could have gone from, I don't know, limo driver, priest, right, to
gangster warlord.
Gangster warlord, yeah. Right. Cobalt Fox sound like Dread Pirate Roberts, the title. Yeah. For sure. It is. It totally is. I'm down with that. I'm totally cool with that.
Night. I must likely kill you in the morning.
That's right. I love it. That is one of the best movies ever. Okay, wait, Dusty. Oh, Dusty.
Yes.
Have we seen Princess Bride?
I think most of us here have, yeah.
Most.
Most. Does that include you?
No, it doesn't include me. But I just think.
Oh man, Dusty, you're in for such a treat, man. You gotta watch that movie. It's so good.
Right.
I will. So freaking good. It really is one of the best movies ever made.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Just about the warden.
Yeah.
So maybe for the you part of him, maybe he could be like the head guard from the first Suicide Squad movie. You know, the one that wasn't, you know, the one that kind of sucked, but you know, basically he's the he's, you know, whatever the psychiatrist is, he is not. It's basically what he is. He's not smart. He's not clever. He has an overinflated sense of his own importance. And when push comes to shove, he's basically the butt monkey he's basically the butt monkey that all bad stuff happens to, and when, you know, he thoroughly has it coming.
Now, when you say the head guard from Suicide Squad, do you mean Flag?
No, not Flag. You know, like the guy in the opening scene, you know, who basically zaps what's her face, Harley Quinn in her cage.
Yeah, I know. The jerk off. I know you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, he's basically the guy that you love to hate. So which means that when bad stuff happens to him, you don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, remember because the Joker had found him to get access to the prison because he was really deep in debt.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know what we could do? We could say that this is being purposefully set up by the psychiatrist, who knows, as a way of deflecting attention from her, because she knows that the inmates, the best way to keep control over the inmates is to give them a focus for their hatred, and that can't be her, because she doesn't, she wants to complete her nefarious plans. So she's basically set up the warden to basically be the focus of their rage, and so that if the shit goes down, which obviously it will at some point, he's the one that gets terminated, not her. Because like no one will know that all the time he was nothing more than a puppet.
I like that, dude. I think that's cool.
See, I just needed a few minutes for the beer to kick in.
No worries, man. Yeah, awesome. MK says, have you seen the 100? Cobalt Fox passing on might sound more like how the leader's knowledge is passed on. When Juan Heda? I haven't seen the 100. Have you guys seen the 100?
I have not.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I gotta Google this now. What's the 100? Is it 100 a movie? Gotta be.
It's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a series. I forgot what the premise and the plot of it is, but I'm not even going to speculate. But I mean, I totally like 100% understand what he's getting to. It's like when correct me if I'm wrong. Like when the power is passed down, you get we could say like a handful of attributes from the person before that person, that person. You get a percent of knowledge, percent of strength, maybe a percent of that person's life force, allowing said person to live an extended amount of time, in a sense. That would be my interpretation of the power that he has, and it's the sum of all the holders before him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get to. Yeah, I kind of like that. But and there, so 100 was a CW. So MK says you need to channel your inner CW love. And MK says close enough explanation for this purpose. So I guess you nailed it. All right. So what is this warden who's kind of like this butt monkey for everything and the opposite of the psychiatrist, not smart or clever, but has his own agenda. What is his need in regards to what's going on?
To appear to be in charge.
Huh?
To appear to be in charge. To be the ruler. He's the king of the castle, or at least that's what he wants everybody to think.
But what's his ambition, though? Because in his mind, if he's the warden, he already is in charge. Even if there's all these politics and everything going on underneath him. Obviously, the psychiatrist is in charge, but he probably doesn't. He might not even know that, right? Like, what's his desire that might end up causing a conflict, probably between him and the psychiatrist.
How about, in addition to being the butt monkey, he's also corrupt as all heck, and he's running a prison full of supervillains, and supervillains, generally speaking, have probably a little bit of extra money to pass around. So maybe what he's doing is that in addition to he controls the ingress and egress of pretty much of any and all contraband into the prison. So the warden's the guy that you talk to if you want to get drugs, or if you want to get metal for a shank. And he also runs the UFC Fight Club, and he's the one who runs the bets for it. So basically, his motivation is that he views himself as he views the prison primarily as a way for him to make money.
Yeah,
and he's thinking rich.
What if the warden he isn't that smart, he's not that clever, but what if his goal, and this might add a little bit of humor to it, what if his actual motivation is to franchise this superhero UFC style fight club across like across different prisons in the country. Like, what if he's like literally trying to franchise it? No? Yes?
He thinks
Because then you actually because if you did that, let me clarify why it might be interesting. It's because if his motivation is to actually franchise this thing, then not only do you have superhero beating the shit out of supervillain in a prison pit, but you also would have an audience, like a gladiator style audience of elites. That's not a giant public audience, but you'd have like those, you'd have the generals, or you'd have the sheiks, you'd have the warlords, you'd have these mafioso, like the people that control other prisons, maybe even in other countries. You could look, would be interested, could be interested in this, right? So you'd have this weird little, it'd be more gladiatorial if there was a business deal behind the scenes of why this exists, other than just like some shit.
Yeah, but it's not legitimate. It's something on the dark web.
Right. Exactly.
How about we take this to the extreme? How about instead of franchising the prison, he wants to make the prison into a vacation destination, like Jurassic Park. Have people come and see the superpowered villains interacting and fighting and doing their thing. Instead of making a TV show about superpowered criminals in prison, you can actually come and watch them in their natural habitat as they do the things they do. Maybe he wants to turn it into a zoo. I mean,
Like
I'm talking exactly a theme park like Jurassic Park. He literally wants to turn into the prison into a place where maybe the rich and powerful come and
wait. It's what's the new Disney God? What's the new Disney thing? The Galaxy Experience, where they turn the hotel into a space. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or like the
the Star Wars thing that's losing money.
Yeah.
Oh yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Star Wars Galaxies or whatever.
Yeah, Star Wars Galaxy, right? Like that's basically what he's doing with the prison.
Galaxy's Edge.
He wants to
No, it's not Galaxy's Edge. What's the name of the hold on, Star Wars.
Dude, he could literally have a model of the prison in his office, and then you pull back the thing and it shows all the different theme parks that are built into the prison. Watch the guys shiv each other in the shower and watch them have a food riot in the cafeteria. If you're really rich and you have enough money and you want to be with one of these superpowered for a conjugal visit, we can make it happen. I'm talking, you could go sick and demented.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So it's the Star Wars Galaxy Star Cruiser. So you dress up and it's like the whole entire hotel is a Star Cruiser. And so you're actually like you look out the windows and you're in deep space, right?
But I think it's literally like dinner theater, except that it lasts for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, this is the actual site. Like, it's,
yeah, and I think you have to cosplay basically too.
You do, yeah. You have to.
I think the Jurassic Park reference is better. Get to see the animals in their natural habitat.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. But this is like a real world example of it, right?
Yeah. I heard they're losing money like mad too.
Well, I'm sure.
It's ridiculously expensive.
I have a suggestion.
Wait, hold on, real quick, Ramel, because I just want to. So, Andrew, you rattled off some interesting things, like you were like conjugal visits.
No, the whole idea of bringing people in and making it a, like MK says, super-powered zoo. You can come in and see them in the cafeteria where they have, food riots or something, and see them in the gym working out and getting into scraps. All these different things that, shivving people in the showers. All the things that happen in prisons, and literally turn it into a sightseeing thing. You know how they have in training teaching hospitals, You have the operating room, and then they have the overhanging seating where people
Yeah.
can sit and watch as it happens. They literally have overhead. He wants to build overhead ceiling seatings for their shower area and their gym area and their cafeteria area and their areas where they go and play basketball and work out, and literally allow people to see every aspect of these men's lives.
See them in their natural environment. The cafe where they have food
right.
riots, fights in the yard, love in the showers.
Yeah, and if you're a really rich cougar and you want to have a one night stand, a conjugal visit with a super powered, crazy man.
Oh, dude,
there's a lot of women out there that fall in love with prisoners.
I'm definitely seeing a scene like in Spartacus.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Ride the lightning, conjugal visits with a soup.
Now I have to say, my hope is that none of this ever actually happens, but this is the crazy ass idea that the warden has for what his plans are to do with his prison.
MK says televise it like the Truman Show, Big Brother house. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, maybe that's a portion of it too, but actually being there and seeing it happen. Oh, jeez. Romel, the movies where they have the glass floors where you can go underneath a room and you can see everybody dancing overhead? What if they have glass floors in the showers so that people could go and watch them in the showers doing whatever it is they're doing? I mean, really creepy weird stuff.
God, that's gross.
But there's people that would pay for that shit, and and that's what he wants to take advantage of, is the fact that there's people willing to pay money to do that.
I'm weirded out that you referred to me with that idea.
Well, I was thinking of I had a movie in my head and I couldn't remember which one it was.
Well, when Andrew thinks about what he wants to do in the prison shower, he always thinks of you.
The thing is, in his mind, he has me in a shower. Me in a prison shower.
No.
It's because he's racist.
Romel, did you see the movie The Gray Man?
He's both gay and racist.
Yeah,
okay. You remember at the beginning of the movie where he was supposed to go underneath the dance floor and shoot somebody through the dance floor, and he didn't do it? That's what I'm imagining. But in our case, it would be like...
I forgot about that movie so hard.
MK, glass floor plus prison wallet equals oh my.
Give it all new term for prison wallet right there.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Enter the prison wallet.
Oh God! What if one of the pay things
wallet
is to enter the prison through prison wallet?
Oh.
It is like a TARDIS in there, so there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
That's getting, what was it, like the last season of The Boys when he entered the guy.
Oh yeah.
You saw that part, Romel?
I have not seen The Boys. I've just seen
No way, dude! Are you kidding me? Of all the people who are you kidding me?
By the way, Todd, that was my daughter and her fiance's first introduction to The Boys. Was that opening scene? They just happened to come over while Jen and I were watching it. So they sat down on the couch and they started watching. They were like, "What the just happened?" And I'm rolling. I'm laughing my ass off. It's hilarious, that whole scene.
Is that the scene with the guy A-Train?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's well, odd story. I was watching on one of my streaming services, not Amazon Prime. And what happened was my stream got interrupted, and when that happens, I can't pick up back. I can't come back to where it interrupted. It starts it all over again. So when that happens, I just walked away from it. But I do have Amazon Prime, so I'm on vacation next week. So I guess what I'll do is I'll binge watch a couple episodes.
You'll watch The Boys.
Speaking of which, Todd, did you see any of the animated shorts for the Boys?
I have not.
They're actually pretty good. They're very good. They're different animation styles, but they're pretty good.
Hold on.
There's some good ones in there.
It's not going to show the YouTube doesn't show the whole shot. YouTube doesn't show.
You don't want to show that on the stream.
Why not?
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, man.
Hold on.
I'm not sure I want to relive that scene.
Oh,
That hurt to watch.
They don't show the whole scene. Ramel, of all the people who needs to see The Boys, yeah, Herogasm episode.
I tell you what, I'll make a deal. I'll binge watch The Boys if you binge watch Spartacus season 1 and 2.
All right.
Actually, Spartacus season 1 and Gods of the Arena, which is the prequel. Watch those 2 seasons, and that'll be it.
I'm putting this on my to-do board. Spartacus seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah, Blood and Sand and Gods of the Arena. Those are the only 2. Well, I mean, only 2 you need to really worry about.
They're all good.
I didn't like the follow-up. What was it? The one where they had the new actor in the last one.
Well, they had to recast the main actor for Spartacus because the main guy got cancer and died.
Yeah, well, I get that, but the new guy never really sold me as Spartacus. I mean, even in his delivery, the one scene to where he sold me on Spartacus was the final episode. Remember when he's fighting Marcus Crassus and he's wounded, but he still mounts that hill and they get into combat. Now that one scene that they slowed down when he's just bloodied and they're fighting, I was like, yeah, he definitely looks like Spartacus.
So
I got 3 words for you, Todd: Lucy, lawless, naked.
A lot in the first season.
Oh, all right, I'm there.
Oh yeah, it's gratuitous, very gratuitous. Oh, and she has a couple of lesbian scenes in the first season and the prequel.
I should watch this.
Yeah, you should.
All right.
And I mean, the real hero of the series is the guy that runs the bathwater because it stops right below the breast line.
Almost like they wrote it that way.
Dude, it's produced by Sam Raimi.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
And it looks like a comic book.
Oh, cool.
Right the whole show looks like a comic book.
All right.
Well, just the gladiator fight aspect of it.
Yeah,
but the story's
like a European comic.
It is an immaculate story. Well put together.
All right, I will check it out. You binge watch The Boys. I will binge watch Spartacus. I promise.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, really quick. So we got the warden. I love this. Where if he wants to make this a theme park, like he wants to make the prison Jurassic Park. I think this is awesome. It also allows us. That'll give us a weird way to introduce other elite characters, maybe even bad guy like the Dick Tracy bad guy lineup. You know, like that might actually allow us to introduce some characters for future things. Where would he go? Like where does he have to go to get this done? What happens? I don't know if going means he has to leave the prison, but it might. Like where what he needs, and we didn't really talk about the internal thing, but I think that's okay. The external desire is that he wants this thing to be huge. He wants this to be Jurassic Park prison style, Jurassic Park Fight Club. So, what would be his unfamiliar situation? Where would he go, or what would he have to do?
What if he's pitched the idea to his superiors and they've all turned him down and told him he is full of crap and he's not going to get the money to do it? And maybe he's thinking about reverting to one of the old ways of getting money, going to a gangster and borrowing the money. What if he's working on like a deal with one of the gang lord bosses in the prison, you know, in order to fund his dream of this place? And maybe he's getting down to the point where that's his last option is to get the money from one of those guys, from one of the head mafiosa bosses who's in jail. And maybe he's working on a deal, and maybe he's sneaking them out and bringing them back in. You know, maybe they're doing a double life where they're not even in the prison anymore. And there's all these different options of what people are willing to pay. And he's trying to get more money in order to do it.
Yeah. What
Well,
if
the
there's
thing is, the only thing about that, Andrew, and I'm just, if I was a super criminal and you let me out of jail, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Well,
what
I
if
understand that, but
what if he actually does go outside? Because we could go outside of the jail. What if he actually goes and he actually is basically going to Kingpin, like a Kingpin character? So you start going into the city. He's meeting with Kingpin or whatever our version of the Kingpin is. And of course, Kingpin has his members in the jail. You know, so he has to like protect them or what? You know what I mean? What was that, Avery?
The panda dude.
The panda dude.
It's kind of Napoleon.
Trash Panda?
Oh, Trash Panda. Sure.
Yeah.
Trash Panda could be the Kingpin guy?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hmm.
We'd have to make him younger.
Yeah. But he's very.
70s.
It's just he would be cool because he's kind of like the Penguin, but also kind of Napoleonic.
Or maybe Trash Panda's dad or something.
Okay. Yeah, that would work. He could still be in there.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
It's just the image of him came to me. That's all I got.
Well, let's remember this. This story is set in the 70s.
Right. So that's why it'd have to be his dad, right? You don't want to make all our characters 70 years old.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah. So he could go he could go in there and go to the Kingpin, kind of make a deal, and that would kind of set it up a little bit. And then the payoff, the trade-off is like funding, like funding in exchange for for protection, for protection of his guys inside of the prison.
What if it's funding to let some of the bad guys go from the prison, and they do that by rigging the fights? Like if you win the fight, you get to go out, but it's rigged so that he can get money from the mob.
Oh,
to let the prisoner out, if that makes sense.
That might actually give Nate, our guy, that might actually give our guy a chance in hell to survive, because if he finds out that the matches are rigged against the superheroes, then he could use that to his advantage, right?
Well, let me toss this in the pot. And this is the best example of a warden in any prison movie would have to be Shawshank. And what goes over a lot of people's heads was the subplot, because remember, the warden, what he did was how he made his crooked money was that he could loan his prisoners out for labor for cheap, because that was free labor. And he could undercut any contract whatsoever. And so what happened was a lot of people paid him, say, look, if I give you so much money, blah, 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 will you stay away from this contract? And that's how the warden made his illegal money. So if we can kind of,
do you want to try to?
You want.
Are you thinking a little bit of like Suicide Squad, where the warden can loan out the criminals for missions?
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, kind of sort of like he has his prison, and he has these contacts, and it's like a secret group of contacts. And so they come to the prison and, you know, they watch these fights and they're determining, hey, do I need this particular guy for my needs or whatever? So they're set up for the purpose of these people of getting contracts. Like, look, if you want this particular guy, it's gonna cost you such and such and such and such. But that's still my property.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Gangsters don't give money to people so that the people can end up making a business and making money. They give money because they want the business. They want to own whatever it is you're building because they want you to fail so that they can take it over.
That's the end game.
What if what he's doing is he's like kind of like the Suicide Squad thing, but the gangsters are giving him money and he's letting prisoners out in order to like do assassination attempts or something.
Yeah.
Right, like they're doing missions for the Kingpin.
Right. Maybe it's only like one at a time and then they have to bring them back or whatever. There'd have to be a reason they'd have to bring them back.
Unless they have some, and I just not too long ago watched this, take a page out of Escape from New York. Because remember Kurt Russell, he was a criminal, and the president got it was like a militia group had got a hold of Air Force One and crashed on Manhattan. And what they did was they sent Kurt Russell in and they injected him with like a isotope. And what happened was that it melts, and when it melted so much, it was like a radio frequency, whatever that would detonate a small explosive right in one of his carotid artery or something like that, and he would bleed out. So he has so much time to get in and get back to them, so that they could deactivate the explosive in his neck, that type shit. So that's how they was able to have a leash on him.
I got two things. What if the villain at the beginning of the story that Nathan captures was actually one who wasn't released from the prison, but was let out of the prison by the warden to commit an assassination, and instead of going back, he was on the lam. He was running away. And Nathan captures him, but the Captain America character swoops in and takes credit for it. And here's something that'll add to Romel's story. What if they inject, like in the back of their brain, in the back of their head, some type of thing that'll explode if they don't return or whatever? And what if this guy got around it by using whatever power he has to focus the explosion? So instead of blowing his entire brain up, it just blew out one of his eyes. So when they capture him, he's like missing an eye. It's like his sockets is empty, because he was able to focus the explosion and was able to survive it. And that's the reason why he's on the run and why the cops and the Captain American character need to bring him back in.
That would be that power would be some what is it, static electric charge or electromagnetic charge or some shit like that, if he's able to like kind of
could be
detonate
gravity,
that.
it could be localized gravity waves, it could be anything, but it's something that he could use the power to kill somebody, to assassinate somebody, but he also used it to, save his own life from an explosion that's planted in his brain. I mean, these are all little things that we could add, but the whole idea was that the villain at the beginning of the story was in the prison, got out of the prison, screwed up, and was being sent back, was being caught to go back to jail. What if he wasn't let out legitimately? What if he was let out by the mafia, by the warden, and he was supposed to go back and he didn't? That would make him a target because he killed somebody. He killed somebody for the mafia. So he becomes a target of the police. And when Nathan captures him, the whole reason why Captain America steps in is because he doesn't want the police to interrogate him to find out that he was released and he was part of this whole thing. Maybe it's a whole maybe the Captain America character is part of this whole hush. You know what I'm saying.
Kind of what I was thinking. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like we have, like you certainly could have something in their head, make their brains blow out or whatever. But you could also have it where, you know, if this Captain America character was more like Homelander, even if, I mean, you know, different character with different attitudes, but you know, was super Captain America where he didn't care about like if the, you know, if you're a villain, he's just going to beat you to a bloody pulp, and he has the power to kind of find you wherever, kind of like a Homelander does. Like everyone's scared to death of Homelander because of his power, and because he has no problem killing people, and because he can pretty much find you anywhere in the galaxy. Like just the guy's ultimate. So what if they're just terrified of this Captain America character, so they just get the shit they get back? And so the Captain America character kind of swooping in at the last minute. At the beginning of the story, it seems like he's just taking credit for the discovery, but really he's there. He's going to drag this dude back and basically fucking murder him, right? Or is that too complicated?
Yeah. No, it's good.
Well, I mean, the motivation, like he's saving him from sport, is like unless he's more like this Captain America, he's a exhibitionist, so to speak, to where it's like all his accolades, he's gratified by people watching him. He wants the glory of the voyeur aspect. It's like, it's not worth me doing unless a lot of people are watching, type shit, something like that. That's just me throwing it out there.
Words like exhibitionist and so forth, Romel, make me think you're thinking of that shower scene again.
Andrew was on a tip tonight.
No.
Like he wants to be on Romel's tip.
Yeah. He's on somebody's tip. Prison wallet tip.
You guys saw him without a shirt on last week, did you not? That's all I
mean, I had forgotten all about it, but it's been on your mind apparently. So
yeah.
Oh, wow. I got screenshots on my desktop.
I'm sure you do.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Okay, so
I don't feel good.
Yeah, I feel tinglies. So the warden goes. He's going to the Kingpin. He's doing all this stuff. He's making these deals. I guess the search is adapting to that unfamiliar situation. So he would be like adapting to the underworld. Again, he's not the brightest, so it's going to be sticks out like a sore thumb, kind of. Right? Like, so he's adapting to the underworld. Again, he's not the main character, so we don't have to do it too much. But you know, it'll help a little bit with the adaptation. I guess that's also fine because basically the go is him going to the underworld, searching is him adapting to the underworld, and then finding is like finding the Kingpin, taking the deal, right? Something like that. Is kind of where we're headed. He didn't pay the price.
Does every single character have to have a circle?
They should have. They don't have to necessarily have a super deep arc, but they should have a from and to. You know what I mean? Changing from this to that. You know, it doesn't have to be super dramatic, but it does add character characters have motivations, right? Like they do things for reasons. Unless you're a phenomenal writer, like, and then you can make it good when the fact that they don't have a reason. You know, like Die Hard, Hans, the bad guy, right? They actually did the opposite. They set it up like there's this like massive reason for it, and they set up the entire villain's character arc as if he's got this revenge plot or something, and then it turns out he doesn't. He's just doing it for the money. Like the whole thing that was his setup, right? he pretended to have a story arc, and really at the end of the day, he was just a bank robber.
I
Right.
honestly, I don't think I care enough about the warden to give him an end to his story, you know? I think he's a ridiculous character, and his plan is utterly insane. And whether or not he pulls it off or whether or not he succeeds, I don't really care, you know?
Right. Well, the
It's
thing
whole
is,
setup. He's kind of like comedic relief a little bit, you know, with this crazy ass plan that he has.
yeah, but
Yeah, I feel like this ending is just catastrophic failure in some way.
yeah,
Well, I
He's
think
kind
the
of a
prison,
comedy character, and so he just needs to fail horribly.
I guess the
Yeah.
problem I have with that is, so here I agree. Here's the problem I have is like I agree that he seems like a comedic character, and I don't like totally care. But the problem is in the story that we've set up, he can't be. He can't be just this like wobbly side character that pops in. It's like, we're gonna make it a Jurassic Park. Like he has to like, we have to pretend and we have to set it up like he's the big fucking villain, because a psychiatrist can't be revealed as the big villain, at least until the end, right? So,
well,
so
wouldn't
he
that
has
be
to-
where the head of the guards comes in? He's the idea was that the warden was always really just a puppet. He was the one that it appeared to be the guy in charge, to be the big heavy hitter, the big guy, and you know the guy, but he's really not. He has no power whatsoever. You know, the head of the guard was the one who actually had the interaction with the inmates on a daily basis, to where he could cause you pain. Where the warden, you know, he's just.
Well, let
a
me ask you
figurehead.
this. Well, let me ask you this, because these are all that's true, and we can do that. But I think when someone is reading this or watching this or whatever, like that is something to like. In order for the guard to be the bad guy, we have to establish the warden, and then the warden and the guard's relationship, and then the fact that the guard is the real villain. So if that's true, then we still have to, inside of the warden's arc, we have to introduce Nate and like how our main character kind of interacts with him, like and not that we have to do that tonight, but there's going to have to be like, you know, our main character basically has to interact with all these characters, right? Otherwise,
what if the fact that Nathan was a cop who did horrible crimes and got thrown into this prison, what if the warden wants to use him like a T-Rex? He's like one of the things people want to come and see. They want to come and see this good guy who turned bad and evil and nasty and horrible. Maybe the crimes that he's being accused of is like a Manson level crimes, and he wants to use his stardom in the out. He's like the Jeffrey Dahmer of their age. You know, he's the curiosity of the age, and we all know that he's not. We all know that he's an innocent man and he's a good guy, but maybe the story that they set him up brings him to the attention of the warden as this could be my Manson. You know, even though I've got Cobalt Fox, even though I've got the Kingpin mafiosa guy, even though I got the gang leader guy, and I probably got multiple serial killers, multiple murders, this is the one that's the coup du jour of the day.
it's the Kingpin that sets that up. The Kingpin is the one that, like, I think the warden comes to him and the Kingpin is like, this is great, we're gonna do this, here's what I want, you know, yeah, my guys, whatever, we're gonna send them on missions, I don't know, whatever.
Maybe this is the reason why Nathan isn't killed right away. Maybe there's like a standing order. You can punish him, you can beat the shit out of him, but you can't kill him because we need him. We want to make him an attraction. Type, monkey boy, type.
Hey, Bad Kitty. I think Bad Kitty likes that. Yeah, I like that. I like that they're gonna make Nathan the star. Now it's kind of coming together because then you have so basically what we've set up then is you have Nathan, who's the main character. You've got Cobalt Fox, who's the Obi-Wan. You've got I even think you could have the psychiatrist be almost like a Princess Leia, fake damsel in distress if we need to, right? She gets to be she's kind of like the B story, the love interest / help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. And then you've got the warden who is kind of in there and is bringing Nate to the forefront of the prison, which is interesting. And the Kingpin. That's pretty cool. Really interesting. We're gonna have a whole bunch of old characters coming up because all these characters are gonna have like this Kingpin character. Any character that we bring back in the modern age from the 70s is gonna be like, what was the 70s like 50 years ago?
Not quite.
Yeah, but they're all
we were born in the 70s.
Yeah, 50 years ago.
Yeah, dumbass.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're obviously older than us, if they're in their 30s, if the Kingpin is in his 30s or 40s or something, or if he's in his 50s, then he's going to be in his 90s if he's alive.
Well, maybe just like Cobalt Fox, we're writing the origins of our characters through their predecessors.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the version of whomever that's in there now is not ours, not the current one, but the predecessor prior to it. Mm-hmm. Like what you said about Trash Panda. It's Trash Panda's father.
Yeah.
Is the focus, and maybe he's got a little panda.
Oh, sure. That's what I'm thinking. Like you do a cameo of Trash Panda as a baby or something, or like a little 5-year-old or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That could be hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe there's 3 of them, and by the time he gets to adulthood, there's only 1 left because he ate the other 2.
Weird.
Don't trash pandas do that? Don't they eat their young? Don't they eat their own?
Yeah, but Trash Panda is human.
Isn't Trash Panda like a raccoon or something? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, you're thinking of something else.
Oh, all right. Well,
I mean, he's got like a little raccoon thing, but he looks like the penguin kind of. Although it doesn't matter.
Panda, what they call raccoons?
He could have eaten his siblings.
It is, yeah.
They do call
Okay,
raccoons.
so I'm thinking of the right thing. And they do.
Yeah, well, we have a
own.
character called Trash Panda.
Yeah, I know.
But he is not a raccoon.
He's not a raccoon.
He could still eat his brothers, though.
No, maybe it's a possum that I'm thinking of that eats their own.
Oh,
Frickin' A, I'm lost.
lots of
Never mind.
You're just thinking of your relatives.
I know.
You're thinking of your relatives.
I got some dumbass relatives, so yeah, you're right.
Awesome. This is cool, man. I like how all of a sudden now I feel like we have a reason for the Warden to exist, because even though he's a side character and is wonky, like he has an incentive now to make almost like Mojo, where he's going to be bringing Nate to the forefront to make him a star.
Mojo, how freaking perfect is that?
Yeah.
Right?
What a great reference, Todd. You pulled one out, man.
Hey, all right. Woohoo.
Glad we're here for that.
I've got it on tape. I've got it on record.
And Nathan is his long shot,
Yep.
That's good. That's good. That would make the psychiatrist Spiral.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Man, Spiral was always a hot character. 6 arms. I'm down. I'm down.
One of my all-time favorite drawings is the Spiral drawing that Romel did.
Did Romel do a Spiral drawing? Really?
Yeah, he probably doesn't even remember.
Doesn't he? Didn't he have a character in?
Wait, let me go ahead.
Because I have those 2 pieces of original art that are unfinished, and one of them has a character who has like 4 arms.
Yeah, that's Spiral. No. He did a couple that had multiple arms. Hold on, let's see. Let's see what I got here. I don't know if it's in this one. I don't know if it's in this one. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about what you could possibly pull up.
Oh, dude, you haven't seen the inside of the Ashcan. Did you see the inside of the Ashcan edition, Ramel?
I did not.
You gave me permission, which is great, and I appreciate you. And I'm glad you didn't see it because you wouldn't have. You would have probably been like,
Romel, did you remember you gave him permission?
damn it, Ramel.
Oh no.
I mean, it's all good now. I mean, it is what it is. So
Oh,
I'll trust Todd at this point.
yeah. I'll show you some good stuff.
Romel, did he reach out to you and say, "Hey, do you mind if I publish that picture you drew back in 1990?" And you said, "Yeah, sure," without knowing what it was or seeing it. Or...
I probably did. Maybe.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Todd's so sneaky.
I know. Ramel, just do me a favor. Look in the camera and say, "I do hereby release all." I did ask you. I think I have it in the.
Hey, Romel, why don't we do that thing that we did that one time? Remember when we were at my apartment and you were mouthing and I was the one doing the talking into the recorder and had the video camera on you? And I was doing it. We were doing it with Todd over the phone. Remember, where Todd was on the phone, and Romel was standing there like, "Well, I'm not on the screen anymore, dipshit." But we had Todd talking into the phone. It was very funny.
Dang.
I didn't wait. I did that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's not me.
Wait, is that Avery?
No, it's not me.
That's
look
you.
Like an Avery.
I think that was you. That was you.
Show it again. I wasn't looking.
No, I think that was you, and that was yeah. This was you, and I inked that because I screwed up your drawing.
Yes.
That's what it was. You drew it, and I inked it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah, because and then I got here. Okay, we'll do. So it's 10 o'clock. So what we'll do, I'm gonna show some stuff.
So what you're admitting is you took a dump on his sketch and made it worse.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Now I remember that.
Very nice.
Is that Romel too?
Yeah, look at that signature up there. I got it. Oh, there is it.
Yeah.
It is
The cable influenced character.
19.
I remember that one.
5/7/1991.
Damn.
And this is one of my genuinely, and I've told people this. This is in the Ashcan. This is legitimately one of my all-time favorite drawings. It just, I don't know, man. It hits.
Nice. Very cool.
I don't even remember that.
That's the original Void.
I don't remember that. That's my style, but I don't remember. A Ramel drawing of the original Void. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks just like Cable.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was a Cable influence, size, and a lot of different stuff. So.
Yeah, I just love it, dude. I don't know, the head tilt. It's just one of those things that just slaps, man. So good.
The Void character that Todd and I originally came up with was just a mash between Lobo and Cable.
Yeah. Oh, here's one of my horrible ones. This is like dude in a.
I remember that one. That one. That was a it looks kind of. It was a remember that where that costume came from? What was the guy that was in
It's got a McFarlane face.
It does, yeah.
It was a guy in our class that came up with that Fantastic Four idea for it.
Was it Scott?
Scotty Shoemaker, right?
Yeah, Scott Shoemaker. I remember that.
Yeah. And then let's see, I got a ton of this stuff. I got the original. Okay, you guys, I'll show you this. This did not make it into the Ashcan, but we may put it in there. May put it in somewhere. Do you remember that one?
I remember that.
There's some things about that still work.
How many
Right?
fingers does he have?
5. Well, he's got 4 fingers and a thumb.
Like, what were you, 16 or 17 when you drew that?
Yeah. And that was inked by David Miller.
Yep.
Right. And then this one I had, I think this is a Rommel one that was inked by David Miller as well.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty good, right?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty great.
High school, man. Crazy shit. Let's see. We got old school.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, for some reason,
No
Rommel
faces.
never finished faces.
Well, that's mine.
Yeah, that's a Todd. Todd didn't finish faces.
I didn't finish faces.
Todd didn't finish faces either.
Yeah. And then this one.
No, I never finished legs.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Look at that.
That's actually still good. I still like
Right?
that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Isn't
That
that
holds
crazy?
up.
It's weird. It's weird to hold up when it's like, 1991.
Well, see, the thing was, in the 90s, it was popular for everybody to have shiny armor and limitless pouches and pockets and shit.
Yeah.
That was the 90s. And shoulder pads. with
Shoulder
spikes
pads.
on them.
Tons of shoulder pads. Let's see. We got
Oh, see, now you're gonna make me go get my my Rommel painting collection.
this is a one. A hunter robot from Rommel.
Oh, wow.
Huh. Looks like mine, but I don't even remember that.
You did this thing where like you had like a streak of like a month where you just started cranking out characters, and I think we were just like, oh, do this one. And you're like, all right.
Oh, you know what? While Andrew's looking for some paintings, he and I know the story, but y'all don't know the story about how he acquired a lot of my paintings. I guess I can.
Okay.
I'll share this one with y'all.
All right.
I think it was one particular day I was supposed to pay a light bill. My mother gave me some money to pay a light bill, and somehow I lost the money.
Mhm.
And I had no way to come up with the money for the light bill. So I sold them to Andrew, and he gave me the money to pay the light bill. That's
So
how he acquired a lot
what
of
you're
my
saying
paintings.
is he took advantage of you.
No. It was perfectly fine because I lost the money for the light bill. You know what? Now that I'm of age, I could probably safely tell my mother that story.
Not in your 40s. I know what you mean too, man.
Trust me, it's a lot of stories I can't tell my mom.
Oh hell, I know that one. I know, me too. There's a Rommel one, Power Demon.
I can't make it out on the camera.
Yeah, it's
light.
too.
It's a light.
Yeah,
it's
that
a
one
light
doesn't show
sketch.
well.
It's a light sketch. Let's see. I'm trying to. I'm going through. I'm passing Avery's because I don't want him to kill me. Cyborg 7.
All right, Todd, you need to highlight me. I got the Rommel shit right here.
Oh, I know. Andrew, hold on. I'm almost done with my little stack here.
Okay.
Andrew always has the best. Andrew's got the best. I think Andrew's got the best Rommel stuff. Hold on, let's see. Do I have anything else here that's any good? God, it's amazing this stuff lasted as long as it did.
And it's amazing that you still have that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he has a lot of old drawings of ours from high school.
Oh, here we go. We got Living Terminator.
That's I can't tell who that is. Well, I mean,
That's you.
that's me.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Sure about that?
100%.
Uh-huh. I remember that one.
Yep. And then and this is another one. Here I got two more. Here, this is a Life Force or something.
Oh, I kind of stole that. I stole that.
Cool. That works.
Oh yeah, the Mignola Kryptonians.
Oh, was it? Okay. Oh yeah, I can see that. And then this one.
Oh, I remember that. I definitely remember that.
All right. I'll that's all I got in the stack right now for the Rommel stuff. But let's see.
No, but Avery, that came from the Mignola series we did Superman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
I mean, now that you call it, I'm surprised I never noticed that. But yeah, I know exactly.
It's how he drew Kryptonians.
Yeah. All right, here. Let me focus, Andrew. Oh, Andrew, should I focus on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, focus.
Well, I will say. Wait. I will say one more thing. Because I got this. Rommel doesn't even remember I got this. Hold on. I got the Rommel sketchbook.
Oh, that's not awesome. I remember that.
I still have that original. I have that original.
These are like,
dude, he has some amazing sketches in there.
Wait, how the fuck did you get?
When you weren't looking.
Don't worry about it, bro. You were asleep.
You gotta lock your doors, man.
I'll let myself in.
How did you get all those? Because I have those originals.
Because I think we took a trip to Kinko's or some shit.
Oh god, midnight trips to Kinko's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything else I can share in there? Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, I can't share that one. That's got a little nudity on it. But look at this. Like,
I still have the original of that.
So
that's
dope.
cool.
All right, I'm gonna share Andrew's here. Let's see. Let me kick myself off here.
Hey Todd, were you with me in Ms. Lynch's class that one time? What was the name? Terry. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What was his last name?
Terry White.
Yeah, Terry White. Remember I had that drawing the naked fairies on one side, and he kept holding that shit up.
Yeah.
And Ms. Lynch saw that.
I think that's what Andrew's about to show you.
Oh, I remember that one time you were working on something in class, and she told you to stop. She's like, you wish you had a body like that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I didn't realize until years later, like, why the fuck did you say that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe, like, nobody could believe you said that shit. We were like,
yeah, I got sent to the principal's office for that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wonder why, bro.
Yeah.
These are 3 original pages that I have of Rommel's, and I do have a few more. And if I remember,
I already know what that one is.
If I remember the story correctly, somebody was supposed to go pay his electric bill.
Yeah, I just told
that he lost his money, and I bought the art from him. Did I tell this story already?
No, I just told it literally like
you told it while you got the stuff.
2 minutes ago.
All right. Well, this is an original page, fully penciled, inked, and colored by Rommel.
Oh, so good.
And do you remember who the character was or what the story was about?
I think she was a vampire or something.
Oh yeah.
But real quick, Avery, you recognize where that was from? Because a lot of my art kind of reflected what I liked at the time.
The Ghost in the Shell?
No. That was remember I want to say Simon Beasley did a Batman with That's what that's where that influence is from.
I'll say really quick. KG says, "Wow, awesome." MK says, "My type of nerds." Bad Kitty says, "90s comic art style is definitely a fave," and KG agrees. Oh yeah, look at that.
And this was the second page for that story.
No, that would be my favorite panel.
Rommel used to watercolor by hand everything.
Everything.
Yep. And then
the car, dude. I still can't draw cars.
And then the third page I have is probably the most provocative, but it screams Romel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember I sold you that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the deal was if you paid me back, I'd give you back the art. I think with interest, I don't think you can afford them back.
Willie D says looks so good.
Yeah, Ramel was a prodigy, dude.
Yeah, still is. We got to get him to do a book, man.
Yeah.
Or at least
Absolutely.
a cover or two. At least a cover or a couple.
Yeah. At least something.
You know, you look at art like this and you say to yourself, whatever happened to that guy?
Such a dick. He's right there.
Life happened to me, so I'm still that guy. Trust me, I'm still that guy.
He is that guy. Oh man, so good, so good, so good.
You have your little sketches. I have fully painted.
I know. Yeah, you got all the good stuff. We all know.
Dude, at like 16 and 17 and all, Ramel was way ahead of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had a mutual friend that told me that Romel was probably one of the best artists he'd ever met, young artists he'd ever met.
Who the fuck told you that?
I'll second that.
Gerald.
Oh, okay.
I'd second that, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would vehemently deny all claims.
I know. That's because it's your style.
Yeah.
That's because you see it. That's because you see it because you draw it. And you see all the flaws.
Yeah. It's just
like most artists will tell you, they're only capable of maybe one or two masterpieces in their lifetime, and I feel as though I've not done my one masterpiece yet.
Mm-hmm. I hear that.
Well, I have two of his unfinished double-size, full-color spread paintings, drawing paintings that he did. And if you want to see them, join us tomorrow night when we do Talk Comics here on Clever Era. 8 o'clock Friday night. Join us. We're talking comics, and we're showing off some more of Romel's original art.
I love it, dude. That's a great segue. Perfect. Romel, we're going to get you out. You know I invite you. You're welcome anytime, brother.
Yeah. I forgot what happened last Friday, but yeah, send me an invite this Friday.
Yeah, no worries, man. No pressure. You're always welcome, man. And yeah, for sure, man. Everyone, thank you guys so much. Ramel, Andrew, Zach, Flint, Avery, Dusty. Thank you guys so much for attending. And also Willie D, Bad Kitty, KG, MK. God, I'm going to forget people. I'm scrolling back through to make sure I didn't forget anybody because I just started naming people. Man, chat's good tonight. Anthony, thank you so much. All you guys, thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate you guys so much. Moving right along, man. The characters are starting to take shape. I love this idea of this Jurassic Park prison. Yeah, now it's, I see how it's all kind of coming together now, right? Pretty cool. So yeah, please like, subscribe, leave a comment just to say hi, whatever. We love you guys. We will see you tomorrow night, as Andrew suggested. Hop over into Discord. Check us out, adultfantasy.io, at adultfantasy NFT. Don't go to at adultfantasy. It's probably smut. Just come to Adult Fantasy NFT. And with that,
we're not that kind of project.
We're not that kind of project. With that, we love you guys. Yeah. RamelSmut.io. Anyway, we love you guys. With that, we'll see you